Restart that fucking recording. Okay.
Bad
Fair
hyper.
enough. I'm pretty freewheeling, but yeah. Anyway, so y'all are healed up. I'm just gonna start the game now because I think we're all here and in game. And after the 5 minutes of debating how shields work, I decided not to change a damn thing. Um,
It just means that like that fight we just played as well, we would have killed her so much more quicker. Because if she's like, what is her toughness of her shield? Like, does she have toughness? Because if she had no toughness, then all the damage on her
all
shield.
shields have toughness. It's in the
So that
shield
NPC,
entry.
so that NPC we're fighting, what toughness did her shield have?
Hardness 15.
Oh, nice. So a decent sturdy shield.
I didn't run. I only ran their shield once. I usually don't run NPC shields right now.
Oh yeah, no, but you blocked every attack with her. We had to.
No, I blocked one attack with her.
No, you're like multiple. I was multiple.
You sure?
By and large, I think she is the first character I have actively played the NPC shield on.
Out of curiosity, like we didn't break the shield, or did we break the shield?
We
I don't
broke
know.
it.
I deleted the token. I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure we broke it, but like how much health did? Because we hit her like 6 times for like.
Her shield has 120 hit points.
Oh, so it was a insane pool.
Yeah, the NPC shield pools don't work at all. Like it's yeah, they don't work like player pools. It's not an item. It's just a extra hit point pool. Which is probably for specific game balance reasons, because I don't know. I didn't make the game. Okay. So you guys and the Winter's Roar team have been licking your wounds up here, kind of in front of the bridge after your fight. Everybody's feeling better.
Wonder, we're starting. I could push the talk on. My bad. I've got push to talk on.
You just turned it off? Is his voice activated now?
Oh, it was. I didn't realize. So I shouted to get Wanderer back here, and then I didn't
in my
realize
life now.
I've put push talk.
Oh, who do we want to show up first? Oh, hey, at some point this session, we're going to need an official team name for you guys.
I thought we had on Scarlet Chorus or something.
Scarlet Chorus?
Unless anyone has objections.
I feel like there were some other... Why am I talking as people? Damn it. Okay. Cool. Put that down. Are you guys red or do you sing? Okay.
Oh, wait, what?
Are you red and or do you sing?
I drenched the body.
Technically, 3 of us are pretty good at performance.
Symphony.
And Daji is definitely red.
I definitely sometimes end up red.
Well, when you can hit your enemy anyway.
May I say that gravity makes things fall, and I am generally below the line of every entry wound on the enemy.
Somebody roll a d7 for me.
D7?
Yeah. It's just RD7.
What a weird looking dice.
Dice So Nice does not know how to parse this. I'm just kind of going to use some screen real estate and move everybody around because other teams, as the morning turns into midday, are going to start arriving. So I'm just going to kind of position people around a little bit to make room for other teams to show up on this bottom half of the map. And this team that shows up, they approach the gates, they cross the bridge, and don't seem interested in talking any of you, either the folks you fought or you, and the individuals in this team look like
Ninjas. Oh, rude.
somebody just dropped.
Is it Kasetsu?
I think
Huh?
no,
shit,
Cassetsu's hyper dropped.
Hyper drop.
His thing crashed.
Oh,
Borked it.
wow. Hyper's been alt tapping yet again.
Borked it.
Are you kidding me? Did they not put? Oh, there they are. Okay. I thought they didn't put a team in with all the other teams. So there is one woman, the one token that doesn't have a image on it. She is
I
a.
understand why you did that, so Armorine doesn't get too feisty.
No, I just don't have art for her yet. Yeah. If I want him to get feisty, it'll be a large woman token. That's how I do that. So it's a woman who basically looks like a white-haired witch. There is a small frost goblin in the group, which is
kill it.
Oh, it's so adorable.
a bluish goblin. There is an assassin that looks vaguely female, but you're not really sure. And then there is so they call him Isaki, think rodent person, carrying a bandolier with lots of vials, and it looks like potions attached to it. And the four of them come up.
Oh, it's a plague priest. Kill, yes.
They cross the bridge, look at the two of you, your group and Winter's Roar standing there, obviously not having gained entrance yet, and they basically keep their own counsel. Yeah. You guys want to do anything or keep waiting?
How long?
How long until we
has
get to
been-
go in?
Once 8 teams arrive,
Okay, so we
the
might as well.
guards note that they will. They'll summon. They'll move things along once 8 teams have arrived to see if everybody has the requisite feathers to actually get in.
Daja will remain looking like she's meditating, but she will cast. Where is
Also-
it?
Kasetsu, can Kasetsu refocus, or she can't refocus more than what she's got?
I think she has a
I
focus
think-
pool of 1 right now.
I think
Or is
the
it-
ability to recover more than one focus point is specifically an Oracle ability as well. It's just something I get when leveling up.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like meant to be our gimmick is that we can use more than one focus point or spell. I think the only one that can do it is a sorcerer because sorcerers are busted.
I'm just going to lose interest in the other teams turning up, and I'm just going to go back to what I was doing.
Oh,
No, she has a focus pool of 2.
oh, nice. Oh yeah,
so,
it would have been boosted because of that inner body thing, right?
So Giku, Key Strike gives you 1 point. Wholeness of Body gives you a 2nd point. I don't
Sweet,
think
so she can
anything
use
else
that
gives you
twice.
more. Yeah. So for you, Giku, you would start the day with 2 focus points, and then you can spend them to cast those abilities. The main thing to be aware of is when you refocus, anybody can refocus. And when you refocus, it allows you to regain 1 focus point. However, as Daji said,
Yeah, that's the thing that
Oracles
lets
are
me get
broken.
more than one.
everything's
Call.
broken.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go back, just losing interest in the people turning up.
I
No,
cast Vision of Weakness on one of them. Who
Are
looks
you-
like the leader?
Are you casting a hostile spell outside of combat?
Is that a hostile spell? I don't think it is. It's divination.
Oh, okay.
It's just to look at someone.
Okay, sorry. I wasn't sure. Vision of Weakness
No,
sounded.
I wasn't going to attack them.
Okay, I was like, are you about to attack them outside of combat?
No.
That's rude and also against the rules, and I'm gonna have to rewrite the whole goddamn campaign. Because you're right in front of a bunch of guards. Okay, so you
Okay.
focus your gaze on a creature and gain a flash of divine insight. If it has any weaknesses, you learn which. Okay, who? Which one are you focusing on? The witch, the assassin?
Which one looked like they were leading the group, I guess, or whether there no clear leader?
I don't think there is a clear leader.
Okay, we'll go for the witch then.
Okay, so you're trying to figure out. Wait, is there any way? Component somatic. Okay. So I'm gonna.
So she do gestures, I believe, and that's about it.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is roll. Where is that? There we go. I want to roll. Sorry, I want to roll something.
Yeah. Oh, if she figures it out. That doesn't beat my spell DC, so.
Did that? That was
Oosh.
public? What does self roll? Apparently, self roll doesn't mean what I thought it meant. What is your.
You looking for my spell DC?
No, I'm not looking for your spell DC. I'm looking for your. Like, what would your base. If you had a passive. Were you trying to hide that you were casting this?
Yeah. I mean, it's more just looking at someone and then just, yeah, but like.
Okay, cool.
It's not a verbal spell or anything like that. There's no other visible components to it.
Well, somatic is gestures, so there is a visible component
Well, yeah.
to it. But okay, cool.
But I assume that she's far away.
Let's see here. So you get to see. Sorry, I'm seeing too many different things all at once.
But I do see that they're much higher level than us.
Can you open their tokens?
No, just that you rolled them and it said level 16.
Well, that's obnoxious. I'm gonna have to change those. There's multiple versions of all of these teams, so
yeah, fair enough. I was just, yeah.
So I don't know if. Okay, so I guess if you ever attack her, I guess remember that you have a +2 to the first attack against her. You learn a divine insight into their nature. Well, she is a witch.
Yep.
Let's see here. What would be fun to tell you? She has a lot of mental spells.
Interesting.
And her greatest weakness is fortitude.
Well, that will be going in the notes.
So I guess write all that down in notes somewhere.
Yeah, I've got my own
not gonna
personal
remember
notes.
what I just told you.
Yeah.
Certainly not gonna remember that. Okay. So Hypa, you ignore him. Dodgy, you magically surveil the witch. Does anybody else want to do anything? Time-wise, it's been like 45 minutes, we'll say. I'm kind of glossing, but it's like it's
I'm going
midday.
into inventing while singing all the song. Oh, spray him, kill him, destroy him.
He's playing with his toys in the corner. It's so cute. I think I'm just gonna say.
And I'll just refocus again.
I think Murakana's probably trying to talk to Huldrin. And probably failing horribly to hit on her. That's the Viking lady with the trident.
Yep.
What language does she speak?
Probably TN, and he can't speak it. He wanted to learn.
You can't get past the language barrier of her saying, "I speak English."
Well, no one speaks English. We speak common.
I'm going to assume Murakana tries to talk to her in common, and she kind of talks. She's talking to him, but you guys are pretty sure that she's basically just humoring him the whole time.
Poor guy.
I'm just playing up the recurring love life that is Murakana's. Normally, you hear horror stories. I just have strong female characters repeatedly slap him. Anyway, so after a bit, another team is going to show up. This one is a group of all three of them are dark-skinned individuals. They all look like they are from the land of Arcadia. Or am I just completely crazy? Nope. Mafika's the only one who has dark skin. Never mind.
Racist.
I'm so racist. And Mafika is not even. They put the picture next to the wrong team. Thanks, guys. Okay. Just rewind. The people from the Mwangi Expanse have not showed up yet. So this group consists of a human, a half elf, and a tree person. And so
Groot?
yeah, like a Groot type person.
We can fire burn them. Burn them.
The human is a woman. That's why I'm here. I probably have to find better tokens for these people. But the human who I'm pinging, or maybe not pinging, I guess that went away. Oops. She has a weird ghostly figure that orbits around her. There is also a half elf who is the guy I'm moving now. He has a bow across his back, and the tree person is constantly shuffling a deck of wooden tarot cards. And as they arrive, they look at everybody. So imagine you have a gate in front of you. You guys had fought on the far side of the bridge. Did you guys come back across the bridge, or are you still
I think we
hanging
just
out?
healed where we were at the
Okay.
front.
Daji
So
would have wanted back towards the gate, but like she'd hang around the team if the rest of them don't go.
We just kind of want to know where everybody is. Like, I think the Winter's Roar would have either followed you guys back across the bridge or not. The other team that showed up, the ninja, the witch, the goblin, and the rat person, they're basically in a corner, kind of crossing the bridge, sitting in one of the corners under one of the towers, just waiting for something to happen. So do you guys want to be on the gate side of the bridge or the far side of the bridge?
I don't know. Is the goblin going to behave?
Are they going to behave? Well, that's a loaded question.
What is behave really? This isn't some trick question. I just want to know where you guys are physically.
I'll head back towards the gate.
Wherever
just
someone
chill.
decides, that's where I'm currently trying to figure out stuff while singing.
So can I put like you and Winter's Roar are both kind of hanging out right next to the gate? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Cool. Okay, so this team, here, let's rearrange this. I'll put you guys. I tried to find a gate map, but it was far too much effort, and I realized whatever. So this team will come across the bridge, and as they do so, the man with or the woman with the ghost hovering around her will look to your group and Winter's Roar, because you guys are actually standing kind of near the door, and say, well, are they not letting visitors in yet?
Doesn't seem like it. They said that we must wait until additional teams show up.
And she nods at this and walks up to you guys and says, well, my name's Yarika. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, do you?
I hope we have an interesting time here. I mean, I hope we win, but you know, this should be an interesting tournament. Go ahead.
Hopefully there should be a second place prize for your team.
I think there's only a first place prize, and we're gonna get it. But
well, I suppose it's nice to have dreams.
And she smiles at that and says, so I said, yeah, my name's Yarika, my companions here are Artis and the Archer.
Artis.
Look, it's not the same Artis.
I was like, wait.
I'm not
No
bringing
fucking shot. He come back here.
I am not bringing Artis back. Sorry.
Okay. Good.
The Nicolas Cage himbo of our dreams is not coming back. He's probably off chasing. I'm blanking on the name. I can see the character, but I'm blanking on the name.
Zandala.
No, not Zandala.
Oh, all right.
Sareth.
Those two were together.
Sareth.
Oh, yeah.
What with the ring?
Oh, she's having a fun time with going crazy with the ring.
Anyway, so these are my teammates, Artis and the Archer. Just kind of looks everybody over and nods, and Lantondo. And the tree person, as their name is said, makes the tarot cards they're holding do kind of one of those giant bridges from one hand to the other, and then just kind of opens his arms, bowing forward as their introduction. If I say Harrow deck, Harrow and Tarot are the same thing, basically. So if I ever say Harrow deck, it's the same thing as a Tarot deck.
Okay.
Are these like fortune telling cards?
The tree person, Lantondo, says, some people use these as fortune telling. I wouldn't necessarily debase myself to that level, but that is a very common use of the Harrow deck.
Oh.
And Yarika, looking at all of you, says, well, seems like there's not much to do here except wait. Guess we'll take a seat and do that. And they'll kind of post up near you guys and proceed to continue waiting. Does anybody want to do anything or continue waiting for other teams to arrive?
Content with waiting. Just make small talk to the teams, I guess, and try to pry information out of them.
Kill
But, yeah.
them, smash them.
Other than that, should be waiting.
Burn them.
Are you singing the Goblin song from Lord of the Rings right now?
I don't know. I'm just seeing whatever's coming to my mind. I'm just
Okay.
trying to like role play my character.
Yeah, so I think things you notice as you guys continue to wait, the weird ghostly thing that orbits around Yarika. And their name is the Biting Roses. Sorry, that's the name of that team. They give you that. The spirit that orbits around her sometimes seems to coalesce into the face of an old man. And
Does she know that she's haunted?
do you ask her if she knows she has a ghost flying around her?
Maybe I'll just wave to it.
I
will acknowledge the ghost.
You acknowledge the ghost. As you wave to the ghost, it slows down and looks at you, and kind of coalesces into the image of what looks like a kind of kindly old grandpa face, and just smiles at you, and then continues, kind of deforms, and it's just the amorphous spirit matter shape kind of orbiting around Yarika. And she says,
Jesus.
It doesn't seem harmful.
It's probably fine. Jesus.
And Yarika, noticing the interaction, says to Yugiku, I'm pretty sure that's my grandpa. He taught me a lot of what I know about fighting. And it seems like maybe dying didn't stop him, so it's nice to have him around.
He seems like a kind soul.
Freaking monks, man.
A monk, a cleric, and a champion walk into a bar, and what happens next?
Yeah.
After a while, I will bring up the next team that shows up. And this is a trio or a quartet of people who are dark skinned because they're all from the Mwangi Expanse. And I think you'd all recognize them as such. They come across the bridge looking at everybody and begin doing introductions. I think it looks like they've run into the Biting Roses before, and they trade some kind of good-natured ribbing. It looks like the team that just showed up probably beat the Biting Roses at some point previous in this tournament. They nod at Ernak and the other ones, and then they come up to you. And so the description of these individuals, there's a middle-aged man carrying a staff and wearing, I think most of you would probably recognize this as, so they are all wearing robes of a magical academy called the Magambia Academy. The Magambia Academy is in kind of the Galarian world setting, the oldest and one of the most prestigious schools of magic, located in the heart of the Mwangi Expanse. The headmaster of that school is a 5,000-year-old wizard. And so you recognize one of these individuals as wearing the robes of a professor of the Magambia. I'm probably horribly butchering this, but who knows? Anyway, Magambia Academy. And it appears that he has with him a few students. Students of the academy are called Speakers to the Wind. It's a title that they carry. And the main man walks up and introduces himself as Mafika Ayuwari. And he introduces his students that he has brought to this tournament to try and learn more about another side of the world that none of them have ever been to, and also hopefully secure some magical artifacts for the academy. With him, there are a halfling, a gnoll, and a gnome. So a pretty diverse group. And I said they were all dark-skinned because I'm an idiot and forgot to look at what race everybody was, what species. Yay!
I mean, they maybe just tanned into the sun a bit more.
Well, I hate trying to like map real world races, but like, yeah, whatever. I'm failing at
I mean,
life,
my
right?
character's relatively tan.
Yeah. Well, he is definitely dark-skinned from the Mwangi Expanse. I don't even know if that matters. Like, I don't know. Feels weird now. Like, why?
They like from
Lore
a
does-
savannah, or
The Mwangi Expanse is the Africa cognate, right? Like, we're in Tian, which is the Asia cognate.
Ah.
The Mwangi Expanse is Africa.
okay.
The inner sea is Europe, roughly speaking, right? And like the northern expanses of the inner sea region are like Russia and Slavic, like, but it's weird because they don't have to be. So we're just using like actual real world comparisons. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so they all introduce themselves. The halfling is Aquila Stormheal. That's the one token that has art right now. The gnoll is Uthi Nuare, and the gnome is Shurjit Hamalan. I'm not necessarily expecting you to remember these names, but they all have names. They each have slightly different insignia on their students' robes, which would indicate that each of them is from a different school within the Magical Academy. And after introducing everybody, Mafika will ask, "Do you have any particular goals in this tournament, or are you here for the fun of it?"
Riches and power, same as I imagine a great many here.
I'm just here for the food.
Yeah.
I'm fucking wrong. This is wrong. And I'm throwing this elixir on the wall.
Just smashing it in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our pet goblin. He occasionally stabs the things I pay him to.
And Mafika just kind of raises his eyebrows and goes, Well, every group has a black sheep, right? Well, I wish you the best of luck if we cross paths in the tournament, which I'm sure we will. I hope we have a good fight or a good encounter or whatever surprises they have in store for us.
That would be ideal.
And then they'll kind of head over and he'll begin introducing himself and his students to Ernok. Let's see here. Yeah, I think you guys met these guys already. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th group will show up, and this is the Arms of Balance, and I believe you guys fought them earlier. It's maybe I'm wrong.
Four monks, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's 4 monks.
The ones we played patty cake with.
Yeah.
Patty cake.
So they'll, oh god, their names are all just really long, and I have to fix those tokens. So we've got Ranya, Javadi, Pravan, and Usvani. And they show, they come across the bridge. Seeing you guys, Ranya will look at all of you. Ranya seems to kind of be the de facto leader of the group, and says, we all meet again. Glad to see you made it through. How's your time been on the island?
That's been quite well, I think.
Fantastic.
Many of the teams here?
Not too many of them. I think most of our other matches were people who got knocked out, because we've got what, 1, 2. Yeah, no. And she'll come a little closer to you guys, kind of speaking quietly. Well, she just
Gavrov, she's gonna grab your cock. Okay.
They used to not getting out of Gavrov's grip, so
because Gavrov keeps grabbing people.
Oh, he's got a fan club already.
Well, I mean, have you seen him? I mean, jeez, come on now.
There is some smoldering tall dark stranger energy going on there.
Yeah.
Artist wishes he had that. Anyway, sorry, I'm just going to be thinking about artists all session now. Fucking artists. But they'll draw close enough to all of you. Don't take the positioning here to be 100% accurate. Just more trying to group people. They'll draw close enough to speak rather quietly to you and say, so that team over in the corner, Rania will kind of try to surreptitiously gesture towards, the ninja, the rat person, the witch, and the goblin. I'm looking at the tokens and I can't say it out loud. I don't know why. We saw them kind of lure a team into an ambush. We ended up kind of helping them out. There was a T-Rex, and that other team, I think they kind of duped him into going to fight it. So you might want to be careful around them.
Didn't we kill the T-Rex?
We've killed a T-Rex, so I'm sure it's not the only one around. But
and at that, Rania will kind of shrug. Maybe it got better, or maybe there's more than one.
Or someone brought it back. I mean, it is possible. And I can bring back a T-Rex, I believe, if I had the components.
Or the DM.
I think so. A T-Rex is 13th level or lower, so.
The DM grabbed the first monster he remembered and forgot that you guys had fought it.
I mean,
there's
we've
a-
killed quite a few things now that were quite large.
Let's. Oh god damn. Retcon it to a giant turtle. Giant dragon, not a dragon turtle, just a giant turtle.
Oh.
There you go. That way it's not the same monster. Because I too many T-Rexes. Anyway, I have to take T-Rex off the menu.
Too many T-Rexes.
There's no such thing.
Is this Jurassic Park?
It could be.
How many
Well,
T-Rex fights have I run now?
There's all these weird people around Cassetto, so it's possible.
3 from memory that I remember.
Yeah, we've been.
But some of those were
three.
the other campaign.
Yeah, but still 3. That's like 3. I don't know, 1 per year. That should be my rule. 1 T-Rex per year. They were all different. One was magic. Anyway, yeah. So Rania just kind of passes on that they don't think that group in the corner by the tower is necessarily very. Maybe keep an eye out for them if you have any matches with them. Yeah, they're sus. And other than that, Rania will just say, "Well, good luck. I'm glad we got to meet you all before the tournament proper, so at least we have some idea what mistakes not to make in the future." And she winks at Gavrov, kind of like jumping back a few feet, just to indicate that they'll maybe try to stay out of arm's reach in the future.
I mean, that's solid advice for most of the teams, because Jesus, trying to escape Gavrov's grip is terrifying.
Well, don't you have the thing where you can pin much larger things now?
There's Titan wrestling.
Yeah.
I think she needs one more level of athletics or something, and then she can like tackle like T-Rexes.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious.
This
And then
tiny little human.
we'll get another.
It's not
team
really
up here.
tiny though.
Huh? Sorry, I cut somebody off, or am I?
It's a cat person.
Who's a cat person? Oh, down there.
Sorry.
Yes. So the next team that shows up, there are 2 human women.
All I need to say is AMJ cat seems kind of dirty.
I
You
don't
gotta make everything dirty.
even know what to do with that.
Can we just listen to the story, Harper? Shut up. Put you in a basket again.
I don't think I want to interrupt my goblin while he's like inventing because I'm like very fixated.
So this group will come up and seeing everybody starting to gather. One of the women. So there's 2 women. Yes, there's a cat folk. It looks like Bard, and there's what is a Samsaran? I don't even know what a Samsaran is. Let's find out if that matters. Blue skin. That's fun.
Like a genie?
They're humanoids with pale blue flesh and transparent blood.
Ugh.
Oh, so Samsarans reincarnate. That's the weird thing about them. So there's a Samsaran. I think that would be moderately. That's not a secret. That's just like there's so many wild races. So they'll come up. So yeah, when they die, they reincarnate as another Samsaran. So that's fun. As you look at this group when they come up, it looks like the 2 human women are very lithe, athletic individuals, and the Samsaran and the catfolk both look like bards. And they will come up and begin introducing themselves to each of the groups. Eventually, they'll come around to you guys at some point in that order, and the two humans will introduce themselves as Amihan and Malia. and they are sisters from northern Manada, which is a northern Tian region. And they've, over their time adventuring throughout Tian, picked up these two bards who introduce themselves as Halspin the Stung, which is the cat folk, and Jun Seo, who is the Samsaran individual. And they indicate that they enjoy kind of creating rousing spectacles of art and combat at the same time. And ask you how your first 2.5 days have been.
It's been gone quite eventful, I think. Most profitable as well. Keeping vague on the details and such.
Okay.
I'd say, well, it was profitable. So, yeah, this.
Yeah. Well, they'll smile and nod and be like, well, I'm glad you've made some money. Hopefully we can win this tournament and do the same. Good luck. They seem rather friendly.
Yeah, not fair enough.
And then...
Should I be polite, just tries to avoid giving details as well.
Yeah. And every group of, I haven't said this yet, but every group has an enforcer chaperone with them. So you guys having Donnie, every other group does. The chaperones mostly just stay out of the way of everything.
Yeah.
So I don't have like 8 other, however many enforcer tokens on here, but just assume any team is almost always with its enforcer, or their chaperone, unless I say otherwise.
Yeah.
And then I think what I'm going to do is have a team that you guys have met before a couple days ago show up. It is Tino, the monk, his dragon folk buddy, Yabin, Takatora, the bird person, and Jiyuk, the cat person, come up. And Tino is very excited. Huh?
Ooh, I can't remember these guys. Were these like one of the first guys we fought?
That was before I joined.
Yeah, it was a really early fight, I think.
Yeah, it was like on the beach or something. It was like our first fight.
Yep, it was the first fight you guys had. It was a friendly sparring match. Kind of on the way to the Temple of Aurori that you guys started in, Tino's group was walking with you. This group is Tino's toughest. And they basically said, hey, let's have a fun fight before the tournament even starts. And
yeah, then we kicked the shit out of him.
So that was unfortunate. Tino, seeing you guys, says, oh, hey, how you guys doing?
Hi. So you got your feathers then? Impressive.
Tino kind of looks down and says, nah, we're a couple feathers short, but we figured, everybody else is doing pretty well. We just wanted to kind of see who got in. We wanted to get up here and just, see who's going to make it in, and maybe they'll let us into the palace to watch the tournament. Who knows? Should be fun. If they'll let us in. But I'm glad did you guys make it?
Oh, yes. And, well, I won't show him the feather necklace, but, yeah. I'll just gesture towards the team that we just fought. It probably would be fairly evident that we did so. I guess.
I mean, at this point, I
don't know.
think everybody's healed up. It's probably been a total of 2 hours since.
Yeah, but we were slinging spells and shit around, so there would be visible evidence that we'd fought in front of the gates.
Yeah, down across the bridge.
Yeah, so I just gesture towards that. It's yes, we definitely have our 10.
Oh, well, that's fantastic, man. I don't know if we're going to be around in another 10 years, but maybe we can try again. That'd be fun. Well, anyway, I hope I get to...
so long.
And he just
suddenly showing off our elf heritage.
Silly human.
It won't be though.
Life does not go that long.
Well, it does.
Why you got to be ageist all of a sudden? Jesus.
I mean, why can't he just be 300 years old and finally be an adult or something?
And just turn back after saying my little comment and start my little fire and heating up this potion.
And Tino and his crew, mostly Tino, very excitedly goes around and just starts talking to everybody else.
Yeah,
To
fair
varying
enough.
degrees of happiness from those groups. Ernok doesn't seem the orc Ernok doesn't seem very interested in Tino. Just seems beneath him.
They're like
Uh,
annoying little fanboys right now.
Yeah. Like, okay, whatever.
I'm your biggest fan!
Yeah, and so they're wandering around
Can
and
you grapple me again, senpai?
oh, it's awful.
Oh, jeez.
So, I'm gonna pause for just a second because I want to use the restroom and give everybody else a chance to do so if they need to, and then roll into the last team showing up.
We might go get some coffees while we wait then.
Same.
Okay, yep. Just a couple minutes, and I will ping everybody or yell. We'll roll on to the second half. Thank you.
We are back. We are back.
Are you
What does
I'm
back
back.
even mean? Cool. Oh.
Well, same groups here. Do we get to go in yet? On some beer.
No
Just a
food.
second. Just cool. Okay. Yeah, so basically everyone's here. One more well, Tino's group hasn't made it yet. And I need to unmute these guys. So one other group comes up and they start chatting with everybody. Seriously? Okay. So this group seems to consist of a weapon master and a mage, and they come up and just kind of stand off to the back, looking at everybody else and keeping to themselves. They look pretty beat up, and like they barely made it up the mountain. Does anybody make any effort to go talk to them, or you just let them stand on their own down there?
It's just two of them, isn't it?
Yeah, it's two very battered individuals.
Huh.
Like, I don't think many people would notice me apart from the fact that I'm making noise and singing randomly while I'm sitting on the ground with my back turned to everyone.
Just weird grunting
Goblin.
and humming sounds.
They looked at the goblin and go lick them. They need it.
I'll say, what happened to you two?
And the warrior will look at you and say, It's been a long trip up this mountain. We just made it. A few of ours didn't make it the rest of the way.
Sound a bit grim.
You know, it is. If you have any of their remains, know that I can bring them back, but I would need to charge a fee.
He grims at that a little bit, or grims. He grimaces at that a little bit and just says, "Thank you, but I think they'd rather stay the way they are."
Fair enough. But that's not even just me being greedy. That's just how Raisted works.
Yeah. No, he's just not interested in having. Yeah, I mean, he knows what you're saying. He just doesn't
Yeah.
want to do it.
Wait, my ears perk up. You see them like just shoot up. Is there? Did you leave everything behind with them?
He
Ah,
ignores your further inquiries into resurrecting the dead, because that seems distasteful
yeah,
to
no,
hang
fair
with
enough.
him.
Just let it slide.
What about my question? Did you leave everything with them?
That's what he was ignoring.
Oh.
He didn't want to talk about the dead anymore.
Oh,
He doesn't have manners.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the man says, "I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. I'm Pyun Jung Hun. What's your name?"
I am Daiji. Of, well, I guess we're calling ourselves a Scarlet Chorus now, so fuck it, that'll do.
Well, good luck
Actually,
in
no.
the tournament. I think we're gonna.
And she'll cast 2 hymns of healing, one on each. So I'm assuming they're wounded or something.
Yeah, they're both pretty beat up.
Yeah. I think that's 14 times 4 is 56, and I can cast that twice for every 10 minutes.
Okay, you just want to heal them up.
Yeah, might as well while we're waiting.
Okay. So yeah, you find out that the warrior looking one, that's I'm probably gonna butcher this, but Pyun Jung Hun. His mage compatriot is Na Sukyung.
Interesting.
Giku, nor was it? No, Gorbo was not kind.
Sorry, what were the names again? I'm just writing them down.
I'll paste them. Sorry, what was that?
I was just speaking to Shirigiku, saying no Gorbo was not kind to those souls who ventured up the hill. I should go down and relieve them of their goods.
Don't disrespect the dead.
You're both speaking in gibberish.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix it. Apparently, when I pick a creature token, it picks the first language on its list to type in, which is fun. Na Su Kyung, and I'm trying to get the other one.
Oh, they've got Korean names.
Yeah.
Welcome to Fists of the Ruby Phoenix, where I continuously butcher Asian pronunciation.
Well, I can't pronounce it either. I just know from the naming, whatever things that. Yeah,
I'm going for
Korean.
Na Su Kyung and Pyun Jung Hun is how I'm going with it.
Sounds pretty close. Like, I'm not Korean, but, you know.
I feel like Korean's a little easier. I feel like the one language that still trips me up sometimes is some of the stuff in Chinese.
Yeah.
But
Cantonese is a bitch.
How many versions of Chinese? It's like
2 main ones, but then there's like a bazillion fucking dialects. It's like any Asian language, there's shitloads of dialects.
Oh, it's
well,
like
how many people speak English, but it's different types of English.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got Australian English, and then you got every other kind, and
What are you saying? Speak English.
wow.
Australia. I decided the other day I should start saying Australia. That's how I should start saying it.
Australia, mate.
That hurts to hear.
I was trying to come up with the most non-standard pronunciation of Australia that I could come up with.
Just Australia.
I just call them Aussies.
Yeah.
Aluminum.
Oh god.
Trying to say aluminium?
Yeah, aluminum.
Ah, yes. So as you're healing them up, the gates creak open, and a horde of enforcers kind of come out and take ceremonial positions before the gates, so you guys are all roughly aligned in groupings. And after all of the warriors take their place from inside the gate, now you can see into a quite beautiful courtyard inside, just barely. You see a woman begin walking through the door, fairly ornately dressed, wearing robes of blue and crimson, and you can see phoenixes embroidered all over the robes she is wearing. Speaking in gibberish. Oh, okay. That's what language that is. I don't know if anybody else here. Well, cool. And after the guards take their positions, the woman walks out and looks over all of you assembled at the front gates and says, "Welcome. I am Hao Jin. This is my tournament. I welcome all of you to the palace. But first, I must verify that everybody has the 10 feathers to come inside before we begin the evening's festivities." And she holds out a hand, looking at all of the groups to see if anybody would like to volunteer the first accounting.
Dodge, you'll like move up. I think, does Gavrov, do you have the feathers or do I have them? I can't remember.
I think you have them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you initially had them, then I must have taken them off you at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll just offer the... Oh yeah, she does have it. The phoenix necklace with the 10 feathers.
Okay. She will take it from you and say, you're the Scarlet Chorus? Is that correct?
I believe so.
Last chance to change it.
Anyone have any objections and or better team names?
Better than Blood Axe.
Hey,
Nah,
Blood
Blood
Axe
Axe
is-
is best. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just as lame.
Yeah, it's just slightly more pretentious.
No, look, the only other name I'll put forward is that we call it, Hyper's Slaves.
For that, she casts Dominate on you and gets you to jump off a cliff. No, we'll do that later. Yeah. Does she... I guess take the necklace off us, or...?
So you confirm, yes, you are in fact the Scarlet Chorus. And she says,
Yeah.
Very well. Welcome to have you. It's been a long time since I've been able to personally oversee one of my tournaments, and it's wonderful to meet one of the first teams to qualify. And she'll take the necklace and 10 feathers, assuming you willingly give them up. And with a flourish, she kind of spins her hand while holding the necklace and feathers, and as her hand completes the rotation, she is now holding a fighting fan. This is a Phoenix fighting fan, and hands it to you. Notable features of this fan, it is and I'll make an item for it shortly, but it is a +3 greater striking flaming silver fighting fan.
Jesus, okay.
Sharp silver feathers instead of paper leaves that are common on fans.
Funnily enough, I think only Gavrov would be good with that because Gavrov is generally good. I think she's got legendary weapon skill in pretty much everything. I think.
Well, the fan also has 2 other abilities.
I don't know how to use that shit.
It depends if it's considered like
an improvised weapon or something. I don't know what it is.
Weapon or
because I'm only good with simple weapons.
Yeah, it really depends.
I have no clue what Kiku can use.
If it's considered unarmed, then
you would be. I think monks are just good with simple weapons because unarmed is technically a symbol. Or
monks,
I think they can also use monk weapons.
There is a feat that monks can take that let them basically use any martial weapons, but I don't think you have it. It's dubious. The monkey's
and
progression is pretty
you hit things just as hard by just punching them. So.
I was thinking more if you had to throw something.
Oh yeah, you can throw the fan. Yeah,
Um,
that'd be kind of neat.
so a fighting fan is a specific weapon type. So unless you have like fighting fan proficiency, you probably don't, because it's a rare weapon.
It's got its own.
Yeah,
I think so. I think it counts as like one of the rare weapon types that you have to actually specifically train. Or you have like an archetype that does it. I'm trying to find the damn item entry.
Interesting.
But
well,
it has
no, that's what I meant.
probably
go on.
more useful than the weapon that I doubt anybody has proficiency in. It has two other abilities that can be used. One is a 3-action ability that allows you to call upon the fan's extra-dimensional powers to trap a creature in Haojin's repository, a small demiplane that holds countless relics Haojin has collected over her lifetime. The fighting fan casts maze on a creature within 30 feet. The fan automatically sustains the spell as long as you strike a creature with it each round. The survival or perception DC to escape the demiplane is 34. The spell ends once the creature escapes. You fail to strike a creature with the fan during a round or after a minute. So basically, it can cast maze, and as long as you keep hitting things with the fan, if you banish somebody with maze, they will stay banished until they either pass the DC to escape or a minute. So you can kind of, if you want to, try to use it to get people off the board for a while. The second thing it can do, which is a 10-minute activation, is it casts 8th level Raise Dead, consuming the fan in the process.
Huh.
It's an extra life.
That would be handy if I couldn't just do it myself, but yeah.
Is that moved into our party loot, or?
I'm trying to find
Actually, no,
it
that is
right
useful.
now.
I couldn't even find the skill for fans in the weapon skill list.
I'm 99% sure the only one who would be skilled in it would be Gavrov, because Gavrov's got the fighter feat, where you're just good with every weapon.
Yeah.
It says all advanced weapons. I'm an expert. But
Yeah. You also have weapon legend, so yeah,
Which
you're
does-
automatically a master in everything.
There is literally, unless there's like a special name for a fan.
Oh no, that is it. Yeah, hang on.
Like what is a fighting fan would consider to be called?
It's just the same thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's a monk weapon.
Oh, fighting fan. It's
Oh,
called fighting
monk
fan.
weapon.
Fighting
Oh,
fan.
neat.
It's a monk
There you go.
weapon.
So yeah, there is a fighting fan.
I just
proficiency.
I put it in party loot, so it should be there now under. Did I put it there? I thought I put it there. Why is it not there? There we go. It's under weapons in party loot. And it has all of the things it can do.
Oh, neat.
Rare.
Well, if it's
Agile
sharp, I probably
artifact.
shouldn't mess with it.
I mean, you'd probably you and Gavrov would be the better ones for it. So
It's a martial weapon.
right, but it's also a monk weapon, so odds are that Giku could also use it quite well.
Oh, it has 2 tags. So it's a martial and a monk weapon. Never mind. There we go. So if you have martial weapon proficiency, you can use it. Yeah, it would be either, I think, martial or monk. And it has a whole bunch of other tags. Jesus, this has so many tags. This is a level 20 item. It's pretty nuts. I don't think I've ever seen that many tags on something before.
I am untrained in martial weapons. I get a +0.
Same.
Sure.
I'm a
characters.
master.
I think I get a -4 if I try to swing someone at someone with it.
So you have that. I'm also going to say it retains the ability to have non-lethal combat. Like if the Phoenix necklace had the ability to just make a combat non-lethal if you want to. I think it's going to retain that ability, at least for other bearers of the fan. So you can basically use it to make sure. I'm going to rephrase that. Screw it, it doesn't matter. You can just agree to have lethal or non-lethal combats when you're fighting in the tournament. That'll probably be something to stipulate before any fight in the tournament, if it is lethal or non-lethal. Yeah. Never mind. Mental stuff happening to me because I spent the whole day tiling a kitchen. I'm probably high on fucking mortar right now. Okay.
Is anyone actually keen to use the fan?
Maybe to dance around with, but that's about it.
Main use I see for it is that if I die, someone can resurrect me because I can resurrect anyone else who dies.
And you did not have martial weapon skill because that's
No, but she has a monk weapon skill, so I assume it wouldn't be terrible.
yeah, but it's still a martial weapon.
I don't know. You guys can find it out.
The only what the fuck? No,
What's
the
that
only
feat
person
that
who can use it is Gavrov.
which is a beautiful image. Tall, dark, and handsome with a battle fan.
Yeah, and a shield. That's like so weird.
You're gonna hold people and then butcher.
Yeah, then bash them with a fan.
My only
I should just like wear a feather boa at this point.
Yeah, why not?
The funny thing about it is it's got the agile trait, so then she could literally like guarantee to grab someone on a second hit because she doesn't have as many penalties for multi-attacking.
My only context for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is seeing artwork from it, but for some reason I feel like the Battle Fan and Gavrov using it is literally just a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah.
You need to
Hey.
watch it.
The latest one is friggin' so weird.
Yeah, I don't like
yet.
it as much as the older ones.
Oh, I don't mind it. It's not as good because it's more female character based, which that's why you don't like it.
Yeah.
But there's a guy in there trying to woo the current girl. It's kind of funny. And he's like blackmailing the other girl to trip her so he can catch her romantically to make her fall in love with him.
Back to D&D, shut up.
Yeah, shut up, Piper.
So Haojin, after giving you the fan, gestures that you can enter the palace and notes, you have a few hours before we begin a banquet and other festivities for the evening. If you'd like to head in, you may, and some of our staff will take you to your quarters.
I still gotta wait for food. This day will never end.
You'll wait until we're out of the way with Haojin, and then conjures a whole bunch of food.
So
I already
Haojin,
did that.
Yeah, but I can-
good food.
Yeah, but do you know how
I
many
want the
charges this
good
stuff has?
stuff. I want the good stuff. I was promised the good stuff.
I want some fresh dumplings and some beer.
I've got some moldy rations in my backpack. I'll pull them out and
I'm not eating anything out of your bag.
and hand it to Iku. It's got the good flavor here.
I can make food taste pretty much however I want, actually, I think, with this spell.
so Haojin,
I've already eaten that.
I make
See,
them
I
taste
I
like
want
dumplings.
the clarification. No matter how good you make something taste, like and thinking it's taste, it's gonna make it taste like crap for my goblin. You can't copy the taste buds that my goblin, seeks after.
Oh no, she doesn't even try. She's like, yeah, well, you can eat it or starve.
Haojin, watching you all discuss your desire for food and palate, says, I'm sure if you request it, we can have food provided before dinner begins.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much.
So do you guys want to head in? Do you want to watch the rest of the teams come in? What do you want to do?
Might as well head in, I suppose.
We're the first one to hand the thing in. I
was wanting to see these guys get turned away.
Brutal.
I like it.
I mean, I'm just. I don't
Uh,
say
Uh,
that in character. I'm saying that
No,
out
no,
of
no, no, no.
character.
Daji just looks at you with an impressed look.
I just want to see Gavrov equip the fan. That's all I'm here for now.
I can draw some fan art.
Do this.
I'll have to be motivated though. I don't have much of that.
I'm sure it can arrange something.
So
Need
you
to see
want to
Gavrov prancing around with a fan.
you want to wait around to watch the Tino get turned away, or you want to go in?
I think we have to now.
Yeah, I want to say that
It's
now.
mandatory because, like, I've been role playing for a while. You'll have to role play 2 characters while we watch on in all.
Yep. Okay. So the team that hasn't spoken to anybody comes up. Hao Jin says, the Light Keepers. May I have your feathers? And let's say the alchemist looking guy moves to the front and hands the feathers over and says, we look forward to the tournament. And she does her sleight of hand whoop-de-woo and gives them a fan, and they just head in. I'm just going to drag tokens around. Ernok and Winter's Roar will show up. Ernok will bow to her and present the feathers, and they will get the fan and head in. Mafika will bring his students over and say, Haojin, it is lovely that you have returned after far too long an absence. I'm sure our headmaster will have discussions he'll want to have with you. And Haojin will nod and say, yes, I do need to speak to him, but that can wait. Do you have the feathers? And he'll present the feathers. They'll get their fan and head in. Who next? I just go in alphabetical order to make my life easier at this
Are
point.
you yelling rude words at other people?
No, it's saying stuff to the team.
Filthy goblin.
That's all.
The arms of balance. The monks will come up, bow, and give an ornate greeting in Tian to Haojin. She'll nod back, take the feathers, and they will get their fan. So everybody else is getting a fan too, if you haven't
In
noticed.
preparation of the next few teams going in, I'm trying to get myself a good seat. So I start climbing up the back of Shiogiku using her hair as like a rope to climb up.
I will pass him off onto Americana.
Mur kind of deals with this, I think.
It's like an unruly toddler. You're like, oh fuck, get off me. To the next.
And climbing up, and I'll just sit on his shoulder.
Oh, who we got next? The 2 women and their bards will come up. The bards, the Samsaran will sing a song, and the catfolk person will play an accompanying music piece that ends as they get to Haojin. They're basically making up the ballad of this event as it happens, and they will get their fan and enter. And then, let's see here. We did Winter's Roar. We did Tino's Toughest. The Biting Roses. I think that's the last one. So the tree person, the half elf, and the woman with the ghosts around her will come up. Haojin will eye the ghost curiously as they come closer. And as they begin talking, you hear Haojin note that she's interested in learning more about Yarika's spirit connection. And then they'll hand over the feathers and head in. And then she'll look around and say, well, there's 2 teams left. Who's next? And she looks to Tino's team with 4 people, and Tino will just kind of give a real aw shucks looking face to her and say, we didn't make it. We were just hoping that we could come in. We're a couple feathers short. And Haojin gives a sympathetic but sad look and says, I can't let you in. We only have accommodations for the teams planned in my palace. I'm sorry. And Tino and his team, Tino kind of sits down dejectedly, like, okay, well, we figured we'd try, but maybe next decade. And then Haojin will look to the warrior and the mage and say, do you have the feathers? Can you present them? And the mage in that group will snarl, and she will cast Disintegrate on Haojin, which reduces her to a pile of ash.
Can I do something like react to her doing that?
What do you want to do?
I cast Debilitating Dichotomy on the person who just did that to Haojin.
Okay, so Haojin is a pile of ash. I'm gonna let you.
Right, like I can't do anything to stop that.
You can't.
But, yeah,
you can't interrupt it. But it appears that mage has just disintegrated Haojin.
Interesting.
Cast Debilitating Dichotomy.
Isn't she the burb lady, though?
Right.
She's a phoenix chick that comes back, isn't she?
Well, maybe, but like that being said, she just attacked a thing, and I might as well buy some goodwill.
Yeah, well, I definitely agree with that.
So go ahead and make your Debilitating Dichotomy roll.
Oh hell yeah! I just fucking crit succeeded against myself.
Let me find the mage.
Do you turn their brain to mush?
I'll
The hell?
give it my darndest.
Let's see here. What save am I rolling here? Will.
Well, she has to beat 33. No. I mean, that was private, so I have no idea.
Sorry.
You're right. Oh, jeez.
I rolled a 20.
Rip. Unaffected. There you go.
Unaffected.
Is it unaffected? Yeah, it is unaffected.
So you cast Debilitating Dichotomy, and Tino's team also. Tino leaps up, and they're going to go after these guys. Do you guys want to have a fight right now?
Yell for guards?
Because there's this pile of enforcers that are gearing up, and Tino's team and you guys. I think there's a foregone conclusion here, but do you want to?
Yeah, that just get fucking destroyed. So
yeah, do you?
I would assume we auto resolve that. For want of a better result.
I assume we fight it because, like, you know.
I don't want to get turned into ash. It's bad enough we got our asses kicked.
What?
I mean, there's no question. There's no question that this is going to end badly. But if you guys want to do a fight, I can do it. Otherwise, we can narratively skip over the fact that what's going to happen.
Yeah, I want to see them get mulched. It'll be funny.
I want to fight this.
All right, I don't mind.
Okay.
With my reaction to the spell, and as he casted Dichotomy, I'm going to run straight at the mage.
Jesus. How many enforcers are there? A lot.
Even after we showed goodwill and tried to help them.
Well, I healed them, so yeah. Interesting.
I have to roll a whole bunch of initiatives, so don't mind me.
That's alright, we understand.
So if you want to find yourself in the turn order and roll initiative, go for it.
I already have. I rolled a fucking 1.
I critically succeeded.
Food.
Hey, I wanted to skip it too.
Damn it, Hyper. Always making things complicated.
Jingo. She's.
You get no food when the host is dead.
There might be more host.
Gosh, there's so many creatures in this turn order.
Maybe it was just a stand-in.
Can I do my battle cry too, or am I too far away?
You can do your battle cry. You're all.
Yeah, it's easy within 30 feet.
Okay, I think I rolled every initiative in this combat order.
33. Who are you targeting, Wanderer?
The mage.
Sorry, what does the battle cry demoralize I have to do against their which DC? It's their will DC, right? Yeah, you pass.
Fid 1.
So yeah, that's a frightened 1 on Nasu Kyung.
Oh, is that the spellcaster?
The spellcaster is yeah, the tokens are kind of weird. Let me so the woman with the sword in like a one of them has glowy spell effects, one of them doesn't.
Yeah, so that's the spell.
The glowy spell effect is the spellcaster. Can I remove you from remove? Remove. Hopefully that didn't delete the tokens. Great. Bam. Okay. Let's see here. Jiyuk is gonna go. Jiyuk is the cat person. She will.
They look like cannon fodder.
Jiyuk is going to. Oh, I'm gonna do this fast. I'm just gonna do this fast.
You're doing private everything.
That's fine. I'll turn it off in a second. Self roll, public roll, reveal, reveal, reveal. She's attacking the mage that shot Hao Jin. Let's see here. We got a 31, so 43 damage, damage. And apply those. Pow, pow. So Jiyuk hits twice. Daji, it's your turn.
Sweet. I cast Dominate. All save, please.
On the mage or the
Yep, mage.
Okay. Will save.
God damn it.
Hey, does that have any effect?
No, she passed.
It's a
I think.
stunned 1.
Wait, failure, I control them anyway. What?
That's a pass.
Oh, no, success, they're stunned. Right.
Yeah, so that's stunned 1, so let's dump stunned. Okay, that takes us to 3 enforcers. I'm just gonna quickly move through 3 of them. What is their movement, actually? 25. 5, 30. Where's the next one? That one. That one. 25, 30. Okay, so I get 211. Cool. 2, 1, 1. Did I just get 2 crit fails in a row? No. Okay. How fast can I do this? 45 hits, 24 misses, 34 hits, 42 hits. Okay, let's apply a whole bunch of damage. Damage, damage, damage. So the first 3 enforcers get there and wail on the wizard. It is Yabin's turn. What can Yabin do? Can't pummel anybody because they're too close. So he is going to cast 3rd level magic missile. That seems fun. Cast. 3 actions. We'll all go at the wizard. Heightened to 6th level is +2. So he gets a bunch. What is that? For each additional action you use, so he gets 3, he gets... Wait. 3 magic missiles. Okay, let's just roll some damage. So he'll do 4 times 3 is 12. And then we will go to this Enforcer. That's 2 moves, so they get 1 attack. Damage. Did I just hurt the Enforcer? I did just hurt the Enforcer. Ah, well. Damage to them. Heal to them. Oh, boy. Next Enforcer.
Chaos.
That's 2 moves. And he's going to go after the wizard because they're focusing down. So 1 attack. Oy, oy, oy. Roll it.
Critical hit.
That is a crit. Criticale.
A 48. That's brutal.
Jesus. How are you doing? The wizard, or the caster, looks almost dead. That takes us to Taktora. Am I even going to get to anybody who can do anything in this? Yeah, I will. Okay, Taktora, what do you do? Taktora is going to get over here and attack the martial person. Yay! Taktora is going to attack Pion twice. 1, 2. Y'all just wanted to see how fast I could get through this many NPCs, didn't you? He's got an AC of that, so 1 hit and 1 miss. Ugh, burp. Another Enforcer can get to there with 2 movement. Attack. 32.
34.
Yeah, I'll hit.
No, he isn't. Oh, is he?
Well, then never mind that. Yeah, they're not flat-footed technically because it's not a line
Yeah.
across. Gavrov, you get to do something. $34 is a hit. 20 damage. Would you like to do anything else?
Yes.
27 is 29 would be a miss.
I think that's a little more times.
It's 3 actions. That will take us to yet another Enforcer. Who? What can Enforcers do?
Do they have reach? Because you could probably reach into the fight.
They don't have reach. I guess they'll use a sling 3 times against the wizard. Because they have slings. So the wizard is... Nah, her AC is 31, so 2 hits.
Oh, slings are bludgeoning terrible.
I mean, that's pretty good damage. How is she doing? Sling 1. Sling 2 will knock her out. She is... Oh, wait. Who did I just hit? I hit the wrong person.
You hit the weapon master.
Yeah. There's too many tokens. That will knock her out. Okay, cool. She's knocked out. So it is just the weapon master left who gets to go. He is going to attack the Enforcer to the north of him. 1, 2, 3, I get a 37 will hit, a 30 will miss, and okay, 2 hits. Target that token. Do the damage. Do the damage. So he slashes twice at the Enforcer to the north of him. Giku, it is your turn.
Oh no, it looks mighty crowded over there. I don't think I could slip through.
I think if you want
You
to...
might be able to stand on the dead person. I was
They're
considering.
not dead, they're unconscious.
Yeah,
For
but
now.
their face is real estate standing spot.
Am I allowed to stand on the...
No, but I'm wondering if... How does Key Blast work? Oh, you have Key Strike. You don't have Key Blast. Okay.
Actually, I might have a solution for you if you want to get in there and do some punching. I'm pretty sure if you go into your tentacle stance, you get reach attacks. I just have to double check.
Nah, it looks like you guys got it.
Cheer
wanna-
up, man.
I'll just wave my turn off.
Okay. Gosh. Okay, so that guy, and that guy. Oh, no. So 2 Enforcers that are both going to do a trio of sling attacks. I'm just going to roll a bunch in a row. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So AC is 33, so 33 hits. This is hard to do. 30 misses, 21 misses, 37, which is a crit. 28 will miss, 30 will miss. Okay, so it's those 2 attacks that hit. Not very good sling attacks. And then Tino gets to go. Can Tino do anything ranged? Tino has Key Blast. Yay! How does that work? Oh, Kino's not going to do that because that would hit all the Enforcers. And he doesn't want to hit the Enforcers. Tino really can't do anything because this is a pile of humanity. Murakana's not actually here. We got one more Enforcer. 1, 2, 3. 35, 24, 35 hits. Hypa, it's your turn. The first 2 hit. Do you want to apply a particular effect? That one. That's one of those effects, right?
Yeah, I applied on the first one, and then I can make use of it.
Last Enforcer. Boy, it's a good thing they gave them ranged attacks, I guess. 34 hits, 27 misses, 14 misses.
There's something about like a whole bunch of monks bludgeoning someone to death with stones.
Basically, this is the scene from Monty Python where they stone the guy to death. Let's see here. Okay, so the first round is over. The wizard is down. Pion is looking horrible, which takes us back to Jiuk. And she is going to Seems like a waste of time. I'm just going to do 3 attacks with the claw. Because I don't want to try and adjudicate spells right now. 31 will hit. Well, I don't know. Gavrov, do you count as allied for this right now?
I guess.
Cool. So I'm gonna wait a minute. 31. So that'd be a 33, which would hit. A 34 would hit. Okay. Ah. Well, it doesn't matter which one I roll damage on. Damage. Damage. Dodgy, it is your turn.
Yeah, what? Oh, people still.
Fall asleep.
Yeah, I can't. Where are they? Oh, they're
one
like in the middle of that.
It's in the middle of the scrum, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. I am going to command that person to approach me and eat tax opportunity from fucking everyone.
Okay. Will save. Go.
Yep. Well, they've been rolling extremely well, so it's fine. My turn's gone. Back to sleep.
Let's see here. They have 26 hit points left, so I'm just gonna forego rolling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
get
6,
flapped.
7, 8. 8 NPCs that are gonna get to unload. I think they can do 26 damage. Is
But
anybody?
I want to see the rocks.
I
flying.
think we've seen enough.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want to see the rocks.
gonna kill him because I think I've proven that I can try to work through an initiative order as fast as humanly possible. But I'm gonna end that fight. Pow! End the encounter. So the lot of you just annihilate these folks. As an immediate action, does anybody do anything after both of those individuals are basically pummeled to death with stones and staves?
Oh,
Wait,
first
they killed
Are they
them both?
dead or are they alive?
Oh yeah, they just fucking the enforcers are gonna just murder them.
But
I'd say,
don't you need...
wait,
I'm going to
question one of them.
Yeah, question, interrogate. Why? Why did that?
I'll
So
grab
you wanna-
one.
You want to stop the enforcers from just basically unskiing these guys?
Oh, yeah, I'll grab the mage and try to drag them aside, I guess.
I'm
Where's
going
the
to
mage? I
join
can't
in
see
on
it.
the bludgeoning of the warrior as a I'm going in there for the killing with the monks, and I'm going to try and loot as I'm pretending, or not pretending, but as I'm assisting in the killing, if I can pocket some goods.
Surprised he doesn't get friendly fire.
My reflexes are very high, Kasetsu. I can dodge blows and get stabs in and loot all at the same time.
Okay, so you can, I guess, kill and loot the dude and capture the lady.
Well, the mage, yeah, whichever one that one is. I forgot.
I
The one who cast the spell that killed Haljin.
I don't. Yeah, that was the mage. I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
This is where my knowledge of gender fails, but I can't remember which one was which. I'm gonna say the mage was the woman.
The girl was the warrior, and the guy was the mage.
Okay, you catch the guy. So the girl's dead. The guy is captured.
All right.
As you are all negotiating this or stabbing, whichever it may be, after
I
functionally,
also, if there's any feathers in the looting, I want to give it to the people who are short of their feathers, but also want to keep all the goods I get.
cool. I will have to figure loot out. That's a mage and a warrior. The warrior had a katana. So if you want to write down somewhere and remind me later. No, this is why I have no cards. So there's a katana. on the warrior. Let's just say it's a +1 katana for fun. And roll 2d100 for me, Hypa. And you find 175 gold.
I can
Saying,
count that in my inventory.
yeah, just put it in your inventory. I'm just using that as a placeholder for whatever mundane loot / whatever. So you get a +1 katana and 175 gold. The wizard has a spell book, and roll 1d100 for me. Uh, 5 gold of other assorted crap. The spell book, I need to determine later what is actually.
Well, right now it's evidence.
Many styles, because I have a way of figuring out spell books, but it requires me to open a Python program, so I'm not going to do it right now. I can do that between sessions. As you guys are doing all of this, basically securing the warrior, and securing the mage and dealing with the warrior, over where Hao Jin turned into a pile of ashes after about a minute of all the chaos that happens after this. Much like the giant phoenix that exploded over the castle or the mountain proper to summon this castle into existence, there's an explosion of fire in the shape of a phoenix, and Hao Jin emerges from the flames, kind of looking around, mildly annoyed, and walks forward, and the enforcers kind of take a step back and drag the wizard with them. You assume to take him into custody. And did you say you gave the feathers to Tino's team?
Yeah, because they're only like 2 feathers short. If they had 2 feathers in their loot, I'd give it to them because they assisted in, this. I think it's only right.
Yeah, that team had 4 feathers on them. So you can give, I guess, all of those to Tino and his team if you would like to. So I will assume.
Is anyone going to stop me from giving them to Tino? Because
No.
it's another person to fight. We already kicked their ass at the beginning of the campaign.
I'm not more thinking. I'm not sure if we're allowed to do that because that's not exactly a challenge match or anything.
Hao Jin.
Any rules in the thing saying we can't give feathers away either?
I can resolve this if you would like. Hao Jin sees you guys debating the comments on the feathers and will walk up to, I guess, where are you, Hypa? She will walk up to you and hold her hand out and say, if you could hand me the feathers, I think I can take care of these for you.
I have no reason not to give them over to the person who's resurrected from the dead.
She takes the feathers and she reaches into her robe and pulls out a clear crystal quartz ball and hands it to you, Hypa. And
I'm going to, like, as she passes it down, grab it and roll over with it and roll around with it.
Like a cat?
And I'll look up the crystal ball in a second and put it in the party loot. And then she will walk over to Tino and hand him the feathers and say, I think both of your teams have, maybe unnecessarily, but very valiantly, come to my defense in this moment. And I think I've awarded you, and she looks at Hypa, Tino, I believe, and she hands him the 4 feathers. Does this secure your entrance to the tournament? And Tino goes from kind of slack jawed to radiating excitement, and he scrabbles, pulls out his feathers, and his necklace, and kind of does this thing where he's like 7, 4, no, 11, 10. Yes, and he hands her the necklace and 11 feathers at this point because he has one too many. She magics them into the Phoenix fan and hands it to Tino and says, "Congratulations. It seems like you've entered the tournament after all. Would you all like to come inside the palace and rest before the festivities begin tonight?"
That would be wonderful, I think.
Jin will nod and then walk off through the gates into the temple or the castle. At this point, if you do nothing else, you will be shown to your rooms to await the festivities starting in about 4 hours at this point. Is there anything particular you would like to do besides going to your rooms and resting for a bit?
A bath.
A bath. That sounds promising after slumming it for a bit.
I don't want to go near water.
Too bad you're coming with.
I'm not going near water.
You're what? We're about to, what? Like, are we about to rest? Or, like, what would that count?
It'll be a short rest, not a long rest.
Oh, okay. Never mind that.
So let me find the crystal ball real quick and put that in heavy loot. Loot crystal ball, clear quartz. Did I say that? Yes, clear quartz. So what does this do? Well, that's valuable. Polished crystal sphere enhances scrying magic. Any visual information perceived through a spell. I'm going to send this to chat. So that's what this is. Any visual information received through a spell with the scrying trait that was cast by the crystal ball appears within the sphere. Any auditory information sounds out from the surface of the sphere when you cast a scrying spell by any other means while holding the sphere. You can relay any information you receive in the same way. Use it once per hour. You can cast clairvoyance to your specification.
When I cast a scrying spell.
Yep.
Neat.
Do you have a scrying spell?
I'm an oracle, so yes.
So I think you can use this. Wait, what is this?
So,
So you
I'm
can-
gonna walk back up to the group after rolling around for a bit, looking through this crystal ball thing. I'm like, look, finally! All I have to do is just smash this into a few pieces, and I finally got the glassy material I needed.
I mean, it would be a shame to cut your already rather short lifespan even shorter. So I suggest you just hand it over.
Would it explode?
Let's not find out, shall we? It was a gift from our host. I'm sure she would frown upon smashing it.
If I give this to you, you're gonna owe me though.
What?
I could have made some awesome bombs out of this.
Yes, from the ones that you've already been using.
They're like 1d6 damage or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like...
But he still likes making bombs. But yeah, it's in party loot. I assume that I handed over to the group because I just was happy.
You were happy once. Taha.
So Giku wants a bath and food. Does anybody else want anything in particular before dinner?
No, bath sounds good.
Bath
out
and
more.
dumplings.
You can
Dumplings
secure.
in bath?
I've heard
Links in
that
the path.
this
Yeah.
disgusting
Why not?
Asian dish. It's like a very slimy.
Wow.
I'd actually love to taste it.
You want what now?
Oh, I'm not sure what you would what it's called. I think it's like eel.
Eel's delicious. What are you talking about?
I want it fresh from the swamp, mildly cooked, still wriggling if possible.
Like my third favorite thing when I get sushi.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can all get baths and other food items that you desire within reason. I think eel and dumplings are both quite possible given the resources Haojin has to bear. Um, so the map of this castle up on the top half, just to give you guys some idea, I'm not sure it matters, but to just kind of give you a general layout. Once you come through the gates, the main courtyard is exactly that, main courtyard. To the pardon me, to the southwestish of the main courtyard, kind of right where I'm putting Haojin's token right now. Mover. That is going to be the site of the banquet and festivities. Most of the main castle is for Haojin and her staff, basically, and any guests of note she has. All of the other teams are being put up in very wonderful accommodations around the perimeter. So, kind of a lot of the outer wall houses are where each of the teams are, and they have made sure to keep the teams each discreetly housed separately from each other. So, you guys, if you want to get food and baths, you'll be shown to one of those houses with the information that you will be summoned to, or you are expected to attend the festivities in the main spot down where Haojin is on the map at 5 o'clock, which is about 4 hours from now. Any questions or anything besides the food and baths you guys want to do?
No, as long as I get my wiggling fish, I'll be happy.
You get your fish and your dumplings and your baths. I do. I think with the rest of this session, I want to explain a subsystem for the game that we have not used yet. I think I posted it in Discord, but you can assume at any social event from now on, I'm going to be using Pathfinder's influence system to track how you guys interact with individuals. So for next session, um, it's actually going to be Hao Jin herself and Empress Nayan Fei. She's going to be at the dinner, just to forewarn you. I think Ingdani would tell you that the Empress of Goka is going to be at the banquet. And so the way the influence system works is there's kind of two tiers to it. There's either individual events or events that happen over a period of time. So, like, you might have one event where you can try to accumulate as many influence points as you want, or you may have a period of time to try and figure out how to gain influence points with people. Usually, any skill check you make to impress or deceive or perform or use a piece of lore to impress somebody may or may not grant them a point or grant the team a point of influence with that person. And then usually once you pass certain thresholds of influence with somebody, there are rewards that you get for it. It may be immediate or it may be more long term. I think each time we get into a situation where this is happening, I'll try to tell you guys kind of what the stakes are and qualitatively tell you what you might be able to win. So, like next session, it will be the Empress. And what you're shooting for in impressing the Empress is getting influence for her that may be used at a later date. And I have
so just like empresses love little goblins. We're just a cute little thing. The fact is that we don't even need to bathe. We wash ourselves with our own tongue. It's just amazing. Like we're like self cleaning. We look after ourselves, and we're very
You
inventive.
selling yourself as a cat?
I'm just saying that we're adorable. And
I mean, if he acts like that, then I'll cast Feeble Mind on him, and then he'll think he is a cat for the rest of his life. Or at least he'll have his intelligence and charisma down to 1. Permanently.
So are there any actual questions about the subsystem for the game I just described?
not really. You basically said as long as you're going to steal, make sure you succeed.
Yeah. I just popped up a map. Hopefully you guys can see it. Most of the people on this screen won't make any sense right now because we haven't gotten that far. But I'm planning on having this map available once we start getting into influence. And what I am going to do, if you guys want to actually track where you're at, is I'm going to put coin tokens next to each person to indicate what your influence with them is. As these people come up and I kind of initiate the influence system, it should make a lot more sense what you're trying to accomplish with them. But I'm gonna like pretty transparently show like, oh hey, you got a point with Hao Jin. Here's a token for her. Like you have 1 influence with her. Same for the rest of the people on here. Yeah. So that's a thing that is going to start next session and then be important all the way through the second book of the campaign because we are almost at the end of the first book.
Out of curiosity, is it possible to get negative influence?
You can lose points if you incredibly egregiously fail at something. Like, so each person, like, so things you can do regarding influence is like there's individual things you can do to try to impress somebody. If you try to impress them in a topic that they hate, you may actually succeed in losing influence with them. So like if Hao Jin loves magic and hates sword fights, and I'm just making this up right now, and you try to impress her with something related to sword fights, if you do really well, you may actually lose points, but I'm not going to put people into the negatives. So 0 is the floor. You can't go lower than 0 because it doesn't really matter. It's more you're just trying as you figure out who these people are and why they're important to the campaign. You'll also learn like who they are, what they may potentially offer, and then you can make a choice to decide like, hey, who do we want to influence as a group? That's also important. Influence checks are group based; they're not individual. But if an individual does something, it affects the group. So just the total is for the group. There's not any individual influence. Yeah, I think that's
all right. We'll send Gavrov the citizen, arrest them if they don't like us.
I think that's it. I'm gonna need to go.
Look at all the character pictures that I don't think they like. I don't think actually I'd say all of them wouldn't mind Gavrov holding them.
Yeah.
Don't think Aldana
So I'm just gonna
that way.
So wait, so you're saying that we can't just pimp out Gavrov?
I don't know if
Unfortunately-
pimping Gavrov will secure you all of the influence points. It may help get some. We'll see.
Hey, see?
I'm big Western man.
I mean, he does look like a strong, reliable warrior.
Haojin has been gone for a long time, so if she's interested in that, maybe that'll work. I don't know.
Yeah.
There we go. Wonder we got a plan.
I don't know if the Empress is gonna.
Gavrov's got some stamina, so that should be right.
I'll revive your phoenix.
Kimo.
I thought I was bad at puns.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it
was
works.
pretty bad.
Oh. Okay, well, I think that's everything I have tonight. I think next session we'll start with the festivities, unless anybody has anything else. Yeah.
We just have to make sure that the cat behaves. Get the toddler hunters ready.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one with the leash and shit. Like, just make sure they don't just walk off.
It's like a kid at
Strap
Disney
it
World.
Americana.
If you give me that bauble to break apart, I could spend my time crafting.
How about we just use some like worthless rubbish instead?
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
None of you have been giving me any crafting materials, so I am disappointed you haven't been giving me the treasure that I desire.
You're supposed to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, like you have your own gold. Like what?
We're even in a town. There's probably a dumpster nearby.
Yeah.
And just drop him in that. Shut the lid.
You have like 751 gold on your person, plus a shitload of copper and silver. So why don't you just buy something from the shop? We've been to the shop like 4 times, and you didn't buy anything.
Yep, I did. I actually did buy some stuff.
Did you? What?
I spent all my gold on the thing.
No, you didn't, because I can see your character sheet. You got shitloads of
No,
gold.
we got more.
He
from
got
last,
more
like,
gold.
last day.
He
Yeah.
did.
Right.
He bought a runestone and gave it to somebody else.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
But like, if you're worried about crafting materials, and why don't you buy crafting materials? Like besides one rune.
I've got some bones. I got to craft some shivs, and then I also might assist in this area for from crafting.
Subsist.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Sustain.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks everyone. I'm gonna at least end
Thanks
the
for the game.
recording.